The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my admin, our admin, of course, Mr. Reborn, as we are here for the game between Virtual 5 Esports and Kira Esports. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be stuck with me for this match, as we've had some technical difficulties relating to internet and whatnot from Foxy's end. And I'm here to join all of you beautiful people on tonight for the game between V5 and Kira Esports. Of course, this isn't the first time these two teams are playing in Season 4. They did have a couple of games yesterday, and that was from the side of Virtual 5. They took on Union Gaming on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. Unfortunately, Union Gaming were the ones to win that 7-4. Nostalgia from UG actually had a beautiful clutch. Actually, Nostalgia from V5 had a beautiful clutch right there. The man sitting in the lobby right now looks like we're going to be interested to see whether or not he's going to be able to pull something once again amazing from his pocket. The fragmite that he was yesterday, absolutely beautifully done. Meanwhile, Kira Esports, they took on ESM, and the map I remember was actually New Oregon. That was an offline game, of course. We didn't get to see that, and of course, we do apologize for that. But Kira Esports took on ESM. eSamurai Esports, they got 7-0'd in the match. It was not a forfeit. It was not a default win. It was a 7-0. They even had a rehost in the offline lobby. Just absolutely just what a match that we didn't get to see. I know Foxy is really sad about that. I know I'm really sad about that, and I'm pretty sure all of our viewers in chat are also pretty sad about that. As Kira Esports and V5 are both off the back of a heavy loss to start off season 4 with. They're going to be looking to make amends today, but as it goes, since they're facing off against each other on the map of Consulate, they will, one of one, of course, will have to win, and one will unfortunately continue into a losing streak. We're just waiting on the players from the side of Kira Esports to join in. Just one man left in the lobby, as from the side of Virtual 5, everybody's in. JV, Mike, Unknown Gamer, Fatals, and Nostalgia, while from the side of Kira Esports, Atar, Kajit, Rattler, and Avim have already joined in. We're just waiting on their last player, of course. And also waiting on the confirmation of the radio that they've got their MOS set up and everything. Looks like Virtual 5 is in fact ready, as Kira Esports just still waiting on. Oh, never mind. As we say that, one from the side of Virtual 5 seems to have seems to have had a bit of a disconnect. Of course, it's been rather common in this weird day and age that we live in. Disconnections, internet issues, technical issues, and whatnot. It's been a year. 2020 is it's been a year. Shall we leave it at that? As just gotta wait for a little bit, and of course, all of you are stuck with me now. Consulate as a map is actually one of those weird ones where you'd think it'd be somewhat defender centered, but it's actually not. I'd actually go to say that it's a bit more balanced than say like a map like Clubhouse, primarily because it all comes down to how the teams play. And in the current meta of Rainbow Six, where it's more based on utility and utility denial, and of course intel and gunfights come after that, it's more of how a team actually plays and places utility, and how an attacking team denies defenders utility, or vice versa. That really determines whether or not a win will happen. When the push onto, say, meeting room on second floor where the overturned table is happens through the double window, and from the visa area, there's usually like a ton of flashbangs and a ton of other sort of dispensable utilities that the attackers are throwing. In the case of a Thatcher ban, of course, which has to dislodge a Wamai, a bunch of Jaeger, ADSs, and the cycle just sort of repeats after that. If it's a push onto basement garage, you have to get rid of the main wall. You have to do a lot of establish a lot of vertical control, and you have to make sure the roamers are cleared out. Which usually entails like a mute with a shotgun, a C4, two ADSs, a jammer, and a bunch of reinforcements sitting inside of the first floor bathroom. We've seen that before. One particular player that comes to mind, of course, is Rats from Reckoning Esports, and he likes to do that hold on consulate. We've seen him do that many a times, and it's worked out quite a bit, primarily because the shotgun works very well in close range, and the C4, of course, throwing a C4 is always going to be a bit of a gamble, but if that C4 works out, then all the better for it. Meanwhile, looks like from the side of Kira Esports, we've got catched in the lobby. So that's all 5 players from Kira already in. And now we're just waiting on the side of Virtual 5 to come in and give us the ready as well. Of course, Virtual 5, they've had a big roster change between seasons. They've included the likes of JV and Fatals, along with Unknown Gamer. Mike, of course, is pretty much the only one from the original, the roster of V5 before this, as of him, and now has a disconnection. Well, yeah. It's a confusing times we live in, as we're still going to be waiting for just a little bit. And I know all of our viewers are definitely, there's a little bit of impatience bubbling in there, like when's this match going to start? As it's already, of course, past time for the game to begin. There we go. Nostalgia's back for the side of V5. And now all that's left is for Avim to join back into the lobby. And as I was saying, all of our viewers, we didn't unfortunately get to have the game between Union Gaming and Vector Sports on stream. Another game missed, I'm aware, and we do apologize from here at the TEC, because it was supposed to come on stream, but then again, as I mentioned, technical problems and internet issues led to that one week going offline, seeing as, the players have commitments in real life and other things to deal with outside of course, Rainbow Six, so they'll have to finish that match offline. And to get to know the results of that match, do follow us, do follow the Esports Club at all of our socials on Facebook and on Instagram to get the results updated as soon as the match is over. That being said, that's of course that game out of the way, and we did have a stream before this earlier towards the afternoon. We had two games on that stream. Samurai Esports took on Reckoning Esports on the map of Theme Park, and Reckoning took that match 7-3. A great performance from Rec. Albeit Samurai could have definitely come out a little better of that game, seeing as they've had their moments of mistakes here and there. While Demon's Force took on Lovezer Esports on the map of Coastline, and we all know Demon's Force on Coastline is not a force to be trifled with. They showed their domination once again. Not quite domination, shall we say, but Demon's Force, of course, won that 7-4. A closer game than I believe some would expect, but Lovezer Esports, they put up a fight. Unfortunately, not enough of a fight. Right now, again, still waiting for Virtual 5 and Kira as the map being consulate and whatnot. Of course, another thing for all of our viewers, we mentioned this at the beginning of every stream. We're gonna have a much more varied map selection from the side of all the teams, not just in Div 1, also in Divisions 2 and 3, because of the auto map ban system that is in place, which means, a whole day's worth of consulate is less of a possibility than it otherwise would have been. 3 days worth of matches, and then the counter gets reset, which means if a team plays New Oregon on their first day, they will get to play New Oregon on the 4th day again. It's similar to how rounds work in competitive Rainbow Six, where when you win a site, you have to play 2 more rounds before that site is unlocked. But Optim's here, he's back in the lobby, and looks like we are all ready to set and go, ladies and gentlemen. We've been here for a while, we've been waiting, but we are now going to be here with the game between Virtual 5 Esports and Kira Esports on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky. Virtual 5 will be taking on the attack first, and Kira Esports will be defending, as we are nice and quickly going to move into the ban phase. Kira Esports are on defense, hence they will have the first attacker ban of the map, being the orange team. And as the timer ticks down, they made the decision. Their ban is going to be the Thatcher. A standard ban right here, as Thatcher bans, very, very common, as, oh dear me, there goes Fatals, as it were. And another disconnect from the side of Virtual 5. Let's hope he manages to connect back before the ban phase is over. V5, of course, have the second ban of the match, and their attacker ban as the choice. The timer ticks down. It's going to be the Montaigne. A little bit of an interesting ban when it comes to Consulate. Montaigne, I'm not entirely certain what the thought process was behind that, because the Nomad is a very good pick for any attackers. So I guess V5 wanted to have the Nomad in play, and maybe Montaigne is just an operator they don't like to play at all. Maybe though they don't want to let Kira Esports have a chance at him. I'm not entirely sure what the thought process was there, but they will be banning the Valkyrie to going on to the Defender bans. And of course, Valkyrie is a very, very, very strong operator, as looks like V5 will not be having a rehost. They just put that in the all chat. And Valkyrie ban being in play, of course, the cameras, the black eye cameras, Intel C4 MPX, a very powerful operator. Speaking of powerful operators, Mira will be the final ban from the side of Kira Esports. Mira, again, I don't think I really need to say this any more than I've already said it, as she's another very, very, very useful operator, and looks like V5 will in fact be taking their rehost. They had a bit of a confusion saying they wouldn't and they would, but of course they are having the rehost. So we're going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I know the match didn't even begin, or rehost and all that, but we can't help it. It's a stream game. We're going to have to do it, and we will be right back post rehost. Stay tuned. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Virtual 5 Esports and Kira Esports. As we are back from the Rios call from the side of V5, they had a disconnect in the ban phase itself, but of course the bans were finished, and now we're back. V5 has used up their rehost, unfortunately for them, but whether or not they'll need it, that remains to be seen. Whether or not either team will need a rehost, that remains to be seen. And we're going to be moving on to the match itself. Second floor console office is going to be the site of choice. And right. Second floor console office is going to be the site of choice from the side of the defending team. As let's have a quick look at the rosters from both of these teams. Where from the side of Virtual 5 Esports,
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We do have from the side of Virtual 5 Esports, we've got JP, Mike, Fadels, Nostalgia, and Unknown Gamer, a very strong team indeed, and they gave Union Gaming quite a show yesterday. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough of a show to warrant their victory. While from the side of Kira Esports, we've got a third Pat, Rattler, Ovim, and Ajit running the Ella as well. I can see right there. Is round one is going to be in play very shortly from the side of both these teams. Setting up the defense, of course, as
5 seconds left.
yeah, I think
Attackers must locate and defuse
I'm trying
the
to
bomb.
wink, nudge at particular something that we're looking at the screen right now. As we've got the spawn peak coming in from a third on the connector window right there. As kind of push coming in towards the admin side as well from the side of the attackers. That is, of course, the Hibana being used as well. The hard breach, just a little bit of hard breach right there. Consulate second floor doesn't really need too much on the side of hard breach utility from the side of the attackers, as we have just a little bit of setup remaining from the side of Kira Esports' defense right there. We have we've got the dock. A third sitting inside of connector from the looks of things. He's going to be playing this operator for now, of course. Holding this area down with the MP5 on the ACOG, definitely something you're gonna have to be a little careful with. Of course, the dock being a 3 armor tank can do a whole lot to hold down on this player himself. We know from, of course, online R6 experience that we have a Hibana. We did see the Excalibur spells being used on the single reinforced wall of admin itself to get a long line of sight. We're waiting who tries to pre-fire the upside down rappel right here, but he's not going to find anybody that
Defender has left
man,
the
as
area
the
of
for a bit of a
operation.
run out,
A bomb
and he's going to find somebody. Yes, he
Defender is
is.
exposed.
No, he's going to miss his shots instead, and there goes Kajit. The man is down. That's the first kill for the side of the attackers, and they are in a 5 versus 4. Nostalgia taking a bit of damage in the meanwhile. As the third actually going to find him. Just as I speak about him, the Nomad goes down. That is the dock from inside of connector, looking all the way towards the longest hallway. Make another entryway towards the side of meeting, as there's a push from the Visa Zor coming in from the side of the attack as well as Herb and Rattler, two big anchors. They have got to stay alive, but Alvin's definitely going to be down, and Mike can be taken off the board, as Mike is going to take off him on the board. That was the kill confirmed onto Kaid right there. All that remains for the side of the from the side of the defenders. There goes one more actually. Jaeger went down, and now it's all down to the 3 armors. There goes one actually, and there goes another, as the Virtual 5 Esports are going to get the first round on the board. And I believe everybody saw that disconnect right there, as of course the elite problem once again is going to be in place, as we are going to go into a bit of a rehost right there, or they keep saying rehost and no rehost. Not exactly sure what these boys are saying right here. Kira Esports says no rehost, so we guess we're not going to have a rehost, but then they're going to have to play this round in a massive disadvantage. I'm not really sure what's going on back there in the, of course, admin panel. Kajit has returned, as he left to take out an now he's gonna have to use the 6-pick instantly as he comes back, as it can never be a game without some problems, can it? Meanwhile, we've got Fatal's out of the Jackal into the Jackal, the 200 IQ play right there, while the Vigil is going to be in play out of the Tachanka for Kajit, And looks like we're gonna have to have a team kill onto Catch, seeing as rejoining the lobby has given him Echo. Even the game says, you know what? Nope, we're still having this guy, and unfortunately we can't. So we are going.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
We're gonna have to have a bit of an issue right here from all of the teams. What a way to begin the match right here. Virtual 5 versus Kira Esports. But thankfully, not much of an issue right there. All is gonna do.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Looks like the admins have said that Echo Jones are not going to be in play again. He can't really get help. It's not his fault because as soon as he came into the lobby, he was given an Echo drone. He was given the Echo, excuse me, and that was just a random take by the game.
Attackers have located a bomb. 10 seconds.
Actually, a worse situation had it been Malusi, to be honest. So he's just going to destroy his own Echo Jones and leave himself. Never mind. The kite says no. Not the kite. Rattler to Ella says no. We're not having the Echo, regardless of anything else. So, a very, very comedic start to this match. Unfortunate for Kira Esports. They've already lost a round. Had to go for a disconnect, reconnect to take out the elites out of the game. And now Kira Esports are going to lose cast very early in this round as well. Oh boy, it's what a way to start. I'm just going to leave it at that. Rattler going on the roam onto the second floor from the yellow space. Target's already up. They've taken a bit of damage in the meanwhile. That Rattler actually is going to prepare that window. I think he wants to go for a run out, or at least wants to make sure that he can go for a run out of the console level window. As we've got the Hibana once again approaching the main wall on the side of Garage. No Thatcher, so they're going to have to rely on a little bit of vertical play. No IQ either. So, they're going to have to open up lines of sight using breach charges, shotguns from the Jackal, and all of that soft breach utility that they bring on board for themselves. As Fatal is going to make his way towards where Mike is actually in Yellow Stairs rush. Yellow Stairs push, excuse me, from the side of the V5. It could be they're definitely droning this particular area, but if Vim's holding this down with the Kaid, that's flashbangs being thrown in to take out the APS. There we go, on Yellow Stairs. But as soon as they push in, there's going to be a Gershmot awaiting them from the Ella. As the prone peak is not the prone peak. Mike is actually going to be throwing a grenade. There we go. Still nothing though, as everything is being watched from the side of this attack. Ooh, that was nostalgia right there. Unfortunately, showing us back for just a second as the Sledge runs into Yellow Stairs really quickly. Of him's holding down through the black van as Grenade goes in. Is going to find him? No, not quite. A little bit of damage, but the Kaid is going to survive that for the time being. Looks like the Hibana is going to actually get a chance to be able to open up the wall, and that is a pretty big breach right there, using up all of the Excaris pellets on one long breach by the white van. Not a lot of line of sight that gives you, of course, as there's the kill confirmed by the Hibana. As we speak about him, JV gets that on one of the defenders, makes it a 5 versus 3, but there's Kaze to find Fatals in the meanwhile. 4v3 established as, of course, Kira Esports are in a bit of a situation, but Mike is going to find the kill onto Rattler. It's a 4 versus 2 right now. As the last two defenders, there's going to be one that's a Vim onto the main breach. He's going to get refragged onto instantly, of course, as JV is now going for the plant. It's all down to Kajit in a 1 versus 3. As there we go, he's going to go down on the Yellow Stairs as well. That is the Sledge to find that kill, of course, for the side of V5. Mike doing what he should be doing in that situation, watching the flank, getting the kill. Virtual 5 take round 2. Round 3 is in play. 2-0 is the scoreline, and looks like we have a rehost request coming in from the side of Kira Esports on the third round itself. There's been a few issues, shall we say, at the very least. So we're going to have to, of course, have a tap to talk with the admins as well, as we're going to be right back from this stage. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Virtual 5 and Kira Esports. And oh boy, what a way to start off a match. Indeed, day 2 of Div 1 has seen quite the set of issues in this third stream match and fourth match of the day, as we do have the results from the side of Union Gaming versus Vector Sports. Union Gaming have actually beaten Vector Sports, and I believe the map that they were playing was Consulate as well. And that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, means that Vector Sports are not looking too good. Actually, they are looking alright, semi-alright. They did beat Demon's Force yesterday, so having a loss today won't affect them too much. It's an okay start.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
That being said, we are, of course, going to be moving back to the stream game. Right now, Virtual 5 versus Kira Esports in play. And is basement garage once again. Of course, the Rios that we had to take, the second one that is, was down to the fact that Kira Esports were Kira Esports had massive issues in their operator uniform selection, the skin selection, shall we say. We had elites, we had like all of the other stuff. The admins had talked, and then Kira Esports ended up taking
Attackers have located
Rios,
a bomb.
which means that their Rio support
10
is
seconds
gone
to
as
insertion.
well. And that is why we're not seeing them ask for one right now, because of
seconds
course
remaining.
of him as DC'd just before the lobby began. We saw him
Attackers
get
are
disconnected.
moving to
They had a
defuse
bit
the
of a
bomb.
laugh while saying that we have problems here on this match today. Hopefully that's the last of any potential problems from the side of Kira. While Virtual 5 Esports, they'll probably just be taking this as much, as many times as possible as Kajit, the Jaeger. Looks like he's gonna be under fire again. Oh, yeah, it's just all down to what the admins decide. As the Ultragear decided, you know what, let's take him.
Attackers
Let's take
have
him out
located
for
a
the
bomb.
time being, making it a 3 versus 5. I'm not really sure what this match is going, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be honest with you. I'm just a caster. I don't make the rules, and neither do I know half of them. As everything is going into an issue. There goes the Kaid as well for a uniform. That is, of course, the third taking care of his teammates, slowly but surely making sure that any uniform is taken off board, but he's gonna find the head of Unknown Gamer in the meanwhile. That is, of course, one down, but Micah's on Rattler in the meanwhile. A third with a double kill. That's a 1v3 now that he's made it for himself, but he's got to hold steady if he wants to even try to give Kira Esports their chance, but they, of course, will be able to use a lone dog, trying to do what he can, as once again, admins are going to be doing what they can. In the back end, Fails with the last kill onto the remaining dock is going to finish out the round. Round 3 goes to them, and we've got of him back in the lobby. Oh, 3-0 is going to be the scoreline from Virtual 5 going into this, excuse me, from the side of this match that we have, this very, very interesting match that we have right now, as looks like all of the players are back in the lobby. Nope, of him, he just cannot connect. He's just not having a good time at all. He's not able to vibe, and Kira Esports aren't able to vibe either. They seem to be constantly bringing in, like, uniforms and skins, and of course, since Virtual 5 are bringing up the whole fact that there are uniforms
Attackers
and skins
need to locate
in
and
play,
defuse
you know,
bombs.
it's gotta be dealt with the admins now. They're just checking to make sure that, no, looks like Cats has been caught once again. And he's going to go down. This time it's Kajit, the alibi, with the MX4 storm. Everybody else is running defaults, of course, so maybe it's better than a 1 versus 3. But, you know, it's not better by a whole lot. We're still on the lobby, of course, which means Virtual 5, they're probably going to get yet another walkthrough in this round, making it 4-0 going into round 5. Honestly, at this point, I can't even tell what's going on. The side, of course, is the first floor basement split
10
towards the
seconds left
side
before
of
insertion.
Tellers and Archive, which is
5 seconds left.
very interesting, and, you know, it's always interesting to see
objective is to
who
locate a
pick
bomb and defuse
unorthodox sites for themselves in matches like this, especially in Div 1, as this match has definitely been a comedy of errors, shall we say, from the side of Kira Esports. There's actually found one that's Fables on board, the Doc with a brilliant kill, early kill that is. I'm not sure if that was a spawn peek from him, but that is Fatals off the board. The Buck is down, and that's a pretty big take right there, because that's a lot of vertical reconstruction that he can, that he should have been able to do initially,
Attackers have located a
but
bomb.
he just will not be doing anymore. 4 versus 3 being the case for the side of Kira Esports. Rattler, Kajit, and Arthur were the only ones remaining for this particular round. Dog trying to go for the peek, and he's actually going to find another one. Arthur onto the head of Nostalgia. He's going to get refragged onto finally by the attacker. That is the Hibana taking the kill. JV with a beautiful shot from the Teller's window. These are the window. There's the Mozzie inside his side. Kazis found one. There's JV in the meanwhile. It's a 1v2 onto the alibi. The last man standing. He has, after all, dropped diffuser. Although he's unaware of the diffuser drop, he's just holding his position just on the spiral stairs.
Attackers
All the way right
recovered
now.
the bomb
The
diffuser.
door to the lobby He's got one of his prismas there to help him secure that place as well. As Unknown's Gamer is going to be going for time, of course, and that's going to be a post-plan situation for the most part. Looks
Attackers
like
activating diffuser.
for the alibi to play, and Target is advancing from the inside right now. But he's been spotted. The shots are being fired. Will he find where the Slice is playing? No, the Zofia is going to be finding him instead. As Virtual 5 Esports are going to be taking round 4, and not much to say about that. They did lose a couple of bodies. The Thurv played really well to get a couple of kills for his team, but unfortunately, even the Doc can't do everything. 4-0 is going to be the scoreline going into round 5, and I mean, it really wouldn't be this sort of a situation if Kita Esports didn't do what they did or have been doing so far. Rattler's going to be picking up the Jaeger this time, as Vigil is going to be brought in by Catched, and the site is contested. I'm not really sure what's going on in the comms of Kita Esports. Again, I'm just a caster. I don't make the rules, and until some information comes in from the admins at the back end, I can't exactly say what's going on. The sixth pick is out from Kazit, out of the Mozzie into the mute. It looks like Avim isn't even going to join us in the lobby, as
Attackers need to locate and defuse
I'm
bombs.
just going to stop speculating about what's going on in the back end. I'll be real with you. The site of choice is going to be second floor console right here from the side of the defenders, as I don't... Well, there's the visual having uniform once again. I think it is. I think Cash is just running a few too many uniforms, and there goes the dog. Jaeger's going to take care of his own teammate. There's a bit of a gunfight happening. There goes the Jaeger. The last remaining is a mute. Kajit, he's going to go for a spawn peek or something. I'm not entirely sure. There goes a disconnect, as even Virtual 5 gets the point at this point. It's all a meme to Kira's.
10
I'm
seconds
not really
remaining.
Sure why. Kajit, the last man standing,
5 seconds to
is
go.
going to be, of course... well, there goes Rattler as well.
Attackers'
And,
objective is to locate a bomb and
Looks like
defuse
the
it.
mute is the last one standing. I'm not sure. We don't have information from the admins about what's going on. The mute's going for the spawn peek. Of course, this position's been given away. He's going to shoot. Fatal takes a bit of damage. As, yep, there we go. So a little bit more damage to the Twitch, but looks like we have confirmation to stop the stream. Yep, looks like we have confirmation to stop the stream because Kita Esports has apparently decided to outright forfeit the match. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just pretend like this never happened, shall we say? I'm just joking, of course. That has been the game between Virtual 5 and Kita Esports. I do apologize. We at TEC do apologize for this. Very, very large mess of a match, and we'll be back tomorrow with Division 3. So, more Season 4, excitement coming your way very soon. Div 3 will begin their plays tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow with Div 3 as well. Stay tuned, and good night.